everybody. Welcome to the Hallmarkies podcast. And I'm really excited today. We have something very special. We've all been enjoying the Providence Falls over on Hallmark Channel. Really loved this series, 3 movies that they have put out. That it'll be the third one this weekend. And just it's something creative and different. And it's a really creative story and very romantic and well acted. So we have very much been enjoying them. And we got the opportunity to talk to the director, Lucie Guest. We'd have her on a couple other times on the podcast. I was actually out of town. So Mary did this interview for me, which I'm super grateful to her. And I hope you enjoy it. It's a short one, but I think it's a lot of fun. And let us know what you think about the show. We're definitely going to do a full recap of the 3 movies. And so that'll be something to look forward to. But let us know what you think of the series and what you think of what Lucie has to say. We'd certainly love your thoughts in the comments section, and enjoy.
Ho, ho, ho. We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies Patreon.
Do you love Hallmarkies podcasts, especially at Christmas?
Do you enjoy the holiday previews, recaps, interviews, and bonus episodes?
If the answer is yes, please consider supporting the Hallmarkies Patreon. We need your help to do what we do both during the Christmas season and all year round.
But not only do you help a podcast led by strong, independent women by becoming a Patreon, you get to become a part of the Hallmarkies family.
Starting at only $2 a month as a patron, you will have access to our Facebook Patreon group where we talk about the movies, shows, and more all year.
We also have many monthly patron watch-alongs with guests like Lacey Chabert, Natalie Hall, Paul Campbell, Mary Lou Henner, and more, giving their behind-the-scenes details of their films.
As a patron, you also have the chance to provide input into the podcast and even join us at different tiers.
So this Christmas season, spread some cheer to the Hallmarkies Patreon and become a member today. You won't regret it.
Go to patreon.com/Hallmarkies to learn more.
That's patreon.com/Hallmarkies.
So good to see you. This is such a thrill. I bet you're just so excited to see this launch and be on Hallmark, and now fans can watch it. This project you've been working on for so long. How does it feel to have it now airing for all audiences to see?
I mean, it's been so fun to see everyone's reaction and just all of just the excitement around it. And I think the whole Ireland period piece of it all and the sweeping romance of it all is just resonating with a lot of us. So I'm just happy to be a part of the fall in love movement. Let's all fall in love over and over again. So I'm happy for that.
Absolutely. Because Providence Falls merges so many different genres, right? We've got this romance, but we have this police procedural aspect to it. There's the drama, there's the period piece. What was that like to kind of incorporate all of that into this?
What was amazing is that it was based on a series of books. So we all read the books, and it was nice because we had this rich backstory. And so we just sort of yes-anded and built upon these worlds that were filled with already these characters and these stories, and then condensed it down into these 3 movies. It's more about like focusing on what story to tell, because you only have a certain amount of certain amount of time for each movie to sort of bring a storyline. And of course, we are very much focused on Cora and the love story and going back in time. And so the whole thing was so refreshing and so exciting, because it was more than this sweeping romance is on a background of so much more.
Mhm.
There's just, and visually we could really like build something and work with something that was different, and I think that that was really, really thrilling for a lot of us, because we could, like Department of Destiny, that's a whole world that we get to sort of imagine and bring to life, that it's not a set that we walk down the street and find, it's something that Heather built. Heather was our production designer, and Justin, our director of photography, we sat down and sent mood boards back and forth and really wanted to. I think one of my earlier conversations with Joanna Garcia Swisher, who originally was reading the books and brought it to Alex over and Michael at Reckless. And she had mentioned to me early on that she really wanted to feel like visually that the worlds were different.
Mm.
And so that was something that was exciting because now you have this opportunity to use your creativity and really sort of build a look for each different, like, the timepiece. So like everything in 1840s Ireland had a slightly different look and feel to it, and then the Department of Destiny had its own set of rules, the way that we shot it and different lensing and the way that we like lit it, things like that. And then same with modern day Providence Falls. We just wanted to have like a subtle difference between the three. And so all those kind of challenges or those opportunities to be extra creative is really satisfying, I think, for a lot of us that were making these movies.
Yeah, that Department of Destinies, it was good. My husband kind of loved it because he was getting a little bit of Loki vibes,
That's
from,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is, and the
Yeah.
clear separation of each to me, it helped the characters really shine forth. And the costuming, did you just love doing that?
The costuming, it was so when we were in Ireland. Joe was there with me, and we immediately went to the costume room, and we found these like old-fashioned bonnets. I have a photo of us where we just immediately needed to put a bonnet on. I was like, "Show me the bonnet!" Like these dresses were so beautiful, stunning. Just our costume designer in Ireland, I think, flew to London where there was a warehouse of these old costumes and brought these incredible dresses. I don't like it's just not every day that you get to work with like authentic, just incredible costume design that is not from today. And the whole thing was, swords and fencing dresses, and the whole thing was just magical. I mean, it was just I loved it. That was epic.
Hey, this is David from the Piecing It Together podcast, a podcast about movies and the movies that inspire them. For over 4 years, each week, a guest and I take a look at a new movie through the lens of what other movies we think were either an influence or connect in some other way. It's a fun, unique way to discuss films that leads to a great list of other movies to check out that either explore the same themes and ideas or maybe utilize similar filmmaking techniques. Including special episodes in our side series that twist the format, we've done over 200 episodes, so there's bound to be one on a film you've been thinking about and want to dig deeper into. So check us out on all the major podcasting apps and at piecingpod.com.
So much praise for that, and then praise for the chemistry. So I went in thinking, well, I'm probably going to be Team Finn. I love that actor. And then Liam is just coming out of whoa, this burning. Did you just love seeing? Did you have to coach that chemistry between the two, between Corey and Liam?
Well, they're all. I mean, Evan Roderick, who plays Finn, is such a. I think he could have chemistry with a paper bag. Like he is
Yes.
oozes chemistry. And same with Katie and Lachlan. Like all of them were just so open to putting the story first and the characters first. They're such talented actors, and they really did their homework, and they really, they all read the books, and I think they really wanted to sort of bring to life what everyone falls in love with this epic romance. It's just that idea of like love suspends time. And in order to really sort of embody that, I think you have to sort of let yourself really fall into the story and like be okay with bringing those parts of you forward. And they were just they were so incredible to work with, and all three of them had this incredible chemistry. So it really was just creating a space where they could just let that sort of shine. Yeah, they're so wonderful. And I think it helped going to Ireland to shoot all of the 1840s Ireland stuff, because we bonded so much. We went to karaoke, which turned into basically a private karaoke concert because Katie is an incredible singer. Um, and we just, it was, we were singing karaoke songs, and then we, did a little bit of a pub crawl, and it was just, it was a really good way for everyone to sort of get comfortable with everyone and dive deeper into their own friendships, which really showed on screen. I think when actors genuinely respect each other and like have a really good friendship that's so solid, it gives them so much more freedom to explore the depth of their character on camera.
Yeah. And being able to then have that through 3 movies is so
Mhm.
incredible for those fans who might think, "Oh, I loved those characters and now it's over." There are 3 of them. What was it like shooting? Did you so you shot all 3 simultaneously then if you were in Ireland for those portions, etc.?
We shot the first one here in Vancouver, and then we shot all of the Ireland stuff together right after Ireland, right after their movie one. So all 3 of them, like movie 1, 2, and 3, all of their stuff we shot in Ireland. And then I came back, and Siobhan Devine, an incredible director, directed movie 2 while I was editing and prepping movie 3. And as soon as movie 2 was done, we jumped into movie 3. So it was a bit of a fun whirlwind of crazy activity, but it was so great because we could develop a relationship, like everyone kind of like their relationships really deepened over time. So by the time you get to movie 3, um, it just amps everything up even more.
Mm, okay.
It gets
What's
better and better and better.
yeah, I was like, what little spoiler. What's your favorite part, I guess, of Providence Falls you can maybe share with us?
Well, there are so many beautiful scenes. My favorite part, I mean, obviously, I loved a lot of movie 1 because it was the start of it all with the zipper scene and the
Mm,
seeing each other through the window at the old castle in Ireland. But I
yes.
really love what Siobhan did with the pool scene in movie 2, and I won't say too much about that because I don't want to spoil it. And the new cast of characters that come in and just makes it becomes more like you really dive into the story a lot more in movie 2, which is awesome because there's so much you have to set up with movie 1.
Mm.
And then in movie 3, you get to find out a lot more about the backstory of certain characters that sort of finally come to surface.
Oh, okay. Is are you just loving as well that this rich cast, deep cast, so many of these other characters, some are favorites from those of us who have just loved watching Hallmark for so long, and others that might be new to some viewers, getting to know and having them shine as well in some key roles.
There are some Hallmark cameos
Mhm.
that were so fun that are up and coming to
Okay.
direct, and so I think the Hallmark fans are going to be excited about that, or at least they are really going to recognize them who's coming up in episode 1, 2, and 3. And one of our characters from the Hallmark universe, he was such a fun character to direct. He brought in so much devilish charm, let's just say.
Mm,
That
perfect.
yeah. Let's
That
just leave it
sounds
at that.
that sounds perfect for this show, and
Yeah.
just the chemistry and the camaraderie that just comes through on the screen. I bet you're so thrilled.
I mean, I feel like whenever you get to work with amazing, talented people that are just also really fun to be around, it's sort of the best sort of synergy. And everything from the top, even I mean, I work a lot with um the guys over at Reckless, Michael and Alex, and working with Joanna and Kate was so much fun, especially in Ireland. I mean, it was great.
Good.
Horses and swords and castles and I mean,
Who could
what
ask for anything more?
I mean,
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Lucy. And we just can't wait for the second and third. And now we're excited to share this with our Hallmarkies podcast listeners and fans. And thank you for your time.
thanks, Mary.
We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies merch store.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for the postable, Hardy, or Hallmarky in your life?
What about getting that t-shirt or hoodie that will help you stand out at your next holiday party?
Now is the time to check out the Hallmarkies merch store.
Full of festive designs by artists like Jessica Miller, Carrie from Hallmark Comics, and more.
You can even have more than just shirts, but totes, cell phone cases, notebooks, mugs, and more.
And it isn't just Hallmark. We have designs for Anna Green Gables, Man from Snowy River, The Nanny, and more.
Every purchase at the merch store goes to help support the podcast and allows us to make the great content you know and love.
There are frequent sales, so go to tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies or see the link in the description.
That's tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies.
We'd like to thank Lucie for coming on to talk with us. This was a lot of fun. And thank you to Mary for doing the interview. That really helped me so much. And she's a pro. So that was incredible. And let us know what you think about all the things that we talked about. What do you think of the show? Love to hear your thoughts in the comment section or on Twitter or the social medias. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews all over the place. And make sure you're following the podcast, Hallmarkies Pod, Hallmarkies Podcast. You can follow Mary Richards all over social media. We'll put her links in the description. And if you are listening on iTunes, please leave your ratings and reviews. We really appreciate that. And you can follow us, Hallmarkies and Hallmarkies Podcast, all over social media. If you are watching on YouTube, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that so much. We also have our Patreon group, which is the biggest way you can support everything that we're doing, and you get to be part of watch-alongs and other fun events. And we certainly appreciate that support. And we have our Facebook group. We love to talk about things like the Providence Falls series. And we have our merch store with lots of fun designs. And so check that out. And thanks so much again to Lucie and to Mary. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.